What is up, guys? This is the RebeliousGecko here, bringing you something a bit different. This is something I like to call the Attacker's Guide to Rush. Now what this is a few tips that will help even the worst player up their rush game so they're much better. And the first tip comes quick, and that is the quicker you are, the easier they fall. And what this means is you just want to get to the rush bases quickly. Don't give them that time to set up. That means at the beginning, don't go messing with your kit. Just go in there, because if you don't give them the time to set up, you can easily surprise them and get the easy MCOM taken on the first bases, which is normally one of the hardest bases to take, is the first hurdle. Especially at this, you know, B is especially hard to take on rush and send crossing. Which really brings me to my second point, which is prioritize. And what this means is, which base are you going to take, A or B? What you want to do is choose the much harder base to take, as I chose there, which I decided to take out B instead of A. Now what 99% of the battlefield population does is go straight for A, and that's a bad thing, because if you take out A first, they're gonna have all their forces at B instead of only like half or 2/3 of their forces at B, which can make the job a lot harder. And this can be applied to every single map. There is always a harder base to take compared to an easier base to take. And if you ever choose the harder base, I guarantee you taking the next one will be so much easier. My next point is, if you get the chance to arm the MCOM, arm it. You'd be surprised how most people don't. If you run up to it and arm it, even if you die, your teammates will still be there to help you, and they'll defend it for you, and then you'll get the 500 points as well for destroying the MCOM. But if you don't arm, if you hesitate and try to take out the people around it first, taking around the people around it is a good idea, but waiting too long to arm it is a bad idea, because then you get the people the time to kill you before you finish. And like here, I was going straight to arm it, but oh, there was a little ninja man there. Not my fault, there was nothing I really could do. But that's my point, just go in and arm the MCOM, rush in. The game mode's called Rush, so that's something I really want to stress out through this whole video, is rush. Oh, you'd be surprised at all the people that don't rush, even though that's what the game mode's called. Anyways, moving on to my next point, which is use your vehicles. And this may seem like another simple point. Most of my points in this video are quite simple, but if you follow them, you will be so much better to your team. And for this one, it's just simple enough as take the Jeep or tank at your base. You'll help your team out by actually going in there with a bit more armed force or a bit more people with you. Or especially the Amtrak. Oh, you do not know how many times I've been at my base, seeing the Amtrak just waiting there, no one driving it in, and we're just getting constantly owned by our team just running in aimlessly on their foot. The Amtrak is a massive block of indestructibility. If you ram the Amtrak just straight into the MCOM, hop out, arm the MCOM, and then hop back in, it's just like you have a much higher chance to take the MCOM. Like, so much better chance. My next tip kinda relates to my first one, but it has to do with mid-game. Okay, so mid-game, how do you get there quickly? There's a big no-go zone there, basically. So how do you get there quickly and take them by surprise? Well, what I've done basically, and if you play Rush enough, you should be able to almost know when the kind of, I don't know what to call it, death zone shrouding will go down. So what I like to do is, when it's like, say like 5 seconds till going down, I run through it, and then when I'm like 20 meters farther than I would have been if I waited, then it comes down and I'm still going. It really catches the jump on them sometimes, and it's another way you can just get there fast and catch them off guard. And now that I've covered really how to get to the MCOM, here's something I like to talk about mainly. But look at this. This is one reason why I hate send crossing. So I go in to arm the MCOM. I arm it quite well, mate. and I see, oh look, explosive barrels. I'm like, oh wait, this isn't gonna work. Get out! Get out! Oh, bad luck. Anything sets off those barrels and it kills you and immediately tells you bad luck. So that one other tip, which isn't exactly about rush, stay away from those barrels. They will bad luck you for like the end of days. But my next tip here is after you arm the MCOM, get away from it. Now you might be thinking that, hey, that's the wrong thing to do. Don't get away from the MCOM once you armed it. Then you're just gonna forget about it, and then it's gonna get disarmed. Well, no, not get fully away from it. Don't stand next to it once you arm it. That is the worst thing to do, because they're expecting you there. If you kind of distance yourself a bit, but still have the MCOM in view, they'll rush to the MCOM thinking there'll be someone right next to it, or there'll be no one there, and then they'll try to disarm it, and that's when you make your chance, and that's when you go after them, and you shoot them all, and probably get like a massive multi-kill or something. But that's what you have to do. And my next tip really has something quite a lot to do with the last one, is use your sound cues. Oftentimes, if you hide yourself in those sneak spots where you're not even watching the MCOM, but you can still hear them, as I will demonstrate for you right now. See, look at me. I'm standing here. So I'm kind of watching here, but not. And then I can hear them disarming. When you hear that. Okay, I was a bit late with that one, but you get my point. You can hear them when they're doing stuff like arming, disarming, or even when they're just reloading. So if you listen, you can actually be hidden from the MCOM, so they don't even expect you there, but still know when they're disarming. It's quite a useful tool. So using your sound, super useful. Anyways, this rush gameplay is coming into an end, so I'm gonna leave you with basically just a summarization of what you should take back from this video. Rush. The game mode is called Rush for a reason. Just rush in there. Do not sit at the top of the hill sniping. Don't go adjusting your kit for like 3 minutes at the beginning. And don't go after the easy bases, because I am not joking when I say this. You will get literally owned by even a semi-good team that has a base like B Sen Crossing. It's so bad. Please just go for the good bases and you will be fine. So that is basically sums up my attacker's guide to rush. Please tell me what you think in the comment section below. Maybe you want defender's guide to rush, maybe something different. I don't know. I'm gonna be posting a weapons comparison eventually soon as well. I know I haven't been posting lightning fast, but I'm taking my time with YouTube right now, basically. So I'll be posting it when I get to it. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like me, please subscribe and goodbye.